So the Rio Ancho part comes in on the G chord here, inverted, 7th fret, 6th string, and the 10th fret on the 5th string. And we're going to strum basically the first beat down and up using pulgar and golpe, just like this, using the wrist. And then we have, on the next beat, we're going to play the 9th fret, the 10th fret, 9th fret, and then 10th fret with the chord. Okay, so, and the way you want to do that is, as the tempo gets faster especially, you're going to want to be really relaxed and loose with the wrist so that you can do this. As you get to faster tempos, if you want, you can start to add legatos and things like that. But in the beginning, you want to get it just with picking. Okay? With a legato, you could do something like this if you're going faster. But get it slow first, just pick each note. Okay? So we have a little pause here, and I'm doing an up, down, up rhythm to fill up there. And we're going to climb up the scale here, 9th fret, 10th fret on the 5th string, the 7th fret of the 4th string, and the 7th fret, or the 9th fret of the D string. Okay? So we're basically going up the scale here, F sharp, G, A, B. Then we're going to jump down to 7th fret, 5th string, and get both the open E and the 7th fret of the 5th string, okay? Okay. And then we're going to continue the idea of strumming in between. We're going to add the pinkie to the chord on the 9th fret of the 3rd string here. So you have this nice open sounding chord on the 3rd. Okay? We're going to do a similar rhythmic phrase here using the thumb. But in order to play it, we're going to slide the index finger back and forth between the 6th fret and the 7th fret on the 5th string, okay? Okay, now we're going to answer this time with 2 abanico type strums. And here I'm just doing like a galloping, so instead of doing a triplet, in other words, I'm just doing a gallop rhythm, ending, starting up and ending down 2 times. Okay? And then we're going to repeat the beginning phrase. Okay, so let me play that very slow once again from the beginning. Okay? Putting that a little bit quicker and so you get the feel for the rumba here. I'll do 2 of these to get you started off. So after we do this, go back to the G and do another similar phrase. This time, after we do the, I said similar, it's identical really. After we get up to the 9th fret on the D string, we're going to do this chord instead of the E, which is a G7, but I'm only holding down the 7th fret of the 6th string and the 8th fret of the 5th. I'm hitting it with just the fingers kind of above the strings, but what you're going to have to do here is collapse the tip joint of your index so that you can still clear the D and G string, but I'm going to lift my middle finger off to play the melody here, again with the pulgar. And it's got to be underneath the bar here, but it's a half bar, and you got to really bend it to clear the open strings, okay? So when I first hit the chord, it's like this. Then I'm going to collapse it, so and almost like reset it so that we can do this. Okay? And again, it's just that same rhythm, doing 7th fret, 8th fret. And the chord here. We do another walk-up scale, but this time under the bar here. You can lay the bar down if you want, or you can try to get a little bit more of a half bar going here. here it doesn't matter so much if I'm muting these strings out. It's okay to kind of mute them. So I'm going up 7th fret, 8th fret, F natural, 10th fret G, and the 7th fret D string under the bar. And I'm going to do this chord. So when I set up the F triad here, I'm going to have a half bar maintained because I have to play this note. So I'm doing a half bar on the 5th and 6th string here and fretting with my middle and ring the 8th fret on the 6th fret, on the 6th string, 5th string, 7th string, or 7th fret D string. Okay, so this chord is F, and we're going to strum again just like before. But you got to be careful when you're doing your wrist action here, your target, mainly the basses, because these guys, they can be muted and not ringing, okay? Okay, and again, the same melody underneath this half bar, okay? So now we're going to do a scale walk up, but this one is a little bit longer, and we're going to start a note sooner in the rhythm, so it's going to be a pickup note. Okay, and we're going to go all the way up from the E, 7th fret, F, 8th fret, G10, and then we have on the 4th string, 7th fret, 9th fret B, and we're going to stop on the pinky on the 10th fret. Okay, so in rhythm it's going to be like this. One more time. Okay, and then we have our last chord. We're going to jump all the way down to the 5th position and do a full bar. And we're going to play, this is actually a C major chord. You'll notice under the full bar we have an A on top, but we don't need that note. So when you hit this chord, target your rajeo, or your strumming, just on the lower string, so you don't hear this one ringing. Now I'm doing a full bar, and I'm going to use my middle finger to do this 6th fret on the 5th string, because we still have that kind of thematic bass line melody. Same kind of rhythm. Okay, now we're going to do a closing chord on a C7 inverted with the 7th in the bass here. And we're going to do a cut there. So okay, when I do that kind of cut, I'm feeling it kind of like when we do this in the rumba. Okay, on the 7th, where you do the muted stroke, 7, 8, and then we cut on the downbeat like that. Okay, now we have a closing phrase starting on the 3rd string, and this note is a pickup to the beat. Okay, and I'm alternating with my pulgar here on the 3rd string with the index finger on the open E. Sorry. This is a 8th fret D sharp, and then we're going to do a chromatic phrase on the D string. It's going to be 10th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret, and end on B. And the rhythm is a little syncopated here. Let me show you with the slow tempo. Okay, so we have one beat in between to get the final chord, which is a B7, or it's a B chord with the flat 9 on the pinky on the 10th fret. Okay, just a full bar, and again we can stop the chord like this. Same idea rhythmically. This is like the end, 7 end of the rumba pattern. Okay, so one more time, slow. Okay, so let me play that slow. With the foot tap so you can get it together or hear or play along. Just slow tempo. Ready, go. So that's the intro part of Rio Ancho.